I'm here with Disorder Television. I'm joined by Adio Marchant, aka Bipolar Sunshine.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm good.
Now,
I'm good,
before first things first, I want to know, are you a band, are you a single person? A lot of my friends are asking out there, who are you?
I think, well, Bipolar Sunshine is just the name I wanted to call this project and the way I wanted to express myself. Because I could have called it like a day or March, it would have just been like my name, would have made it easier.
Yeah.
But there's so many different people that I work with and it's just like the name that I choose to use. So when I perform live, there's Jazz Purple, there's Woody Carmen, Adam Tendergrass, and they're all individual artists within themselves. So playing live, I bring people in, but Bipolar Sunshine is just myself.
And you started off with a band called Kid British, so if our videos out there, they're based in Manchester, and then you kind of broke off and did your own little thing. So what happened there? Did you just, decide?
We just got to a point where we weren't going to moving forward with music anymore. And again, I was working with 4 people who were really talented, and I felt like it was such a better option if we all separated and went to do our own different things, and which has been cool because a guy called Simon, who's been touring with us, called August and us, he's already got his own thing set up, which is coming from the Kid British thing. So we're all good friends, and we just keep moving.
That's really
music.
good to hear that you guys are amicable terms. That you
100%.
So now, as you can see, you're currently on tour. This is the last day of your tour. How's the tour gone so far?
Tour's been amazing, to play to people who've actually paid the money to come out to see you is always a great thing. I just fully appreciate people just getting down and understanding and starting to understand what's going on, what's being played out in front of them. And obviously they've already made that decision by them coming to the show, so I just make sure just try and give them the best performance. And
but the last probably 6 months, I would say, has been quite big with you. Daydreamer being big on BBC Radio 1 and around the country. So how has it changed in the last life changed for you guys in the last 6 months, would you say?
I think it's changed, in different sections. Like I've set my own label up recently, so I'm putting
your own label. So you're not even you just for yourself.
So Sex Sounds is something that we're putting all the music out from. So a lot of the things where people are getting back to us, we're just building our name on there. So we're just feeding that energy, and we're just feeding into that. So over the last 6 months, a lot of things have changed around, but it's just been great to see the growth and to see when we're playing for one venue and understanding that by the time we got around there to play in 6 months' time, the audience is growing again, online's moving, people are starting to get a much more clear understanding of what it is, and it feels fresh still for us to be playing it, even though when you're making music you feel like you've made it.
I've seen you from a distance, so I don't know if it's strange, but
Of all your EPs, all your songs, what would you say is your favourite? Because obviously I'm a fan of Daydreamer, but there's a lot of different stuff out there that people may not know about.
There's a song called Trouble that I really like.
Did in session for Disorder, so...
Yeah, that was I like Trouble and Fire. They're 2 of my favourite songs to perform.
Yeah.
So I'd say Fire is my favourite.
Now, you were speaking to our head of Disorder Television just before this interview about, was it Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
So now, going on to that, who's been inspirational for you in terms of where you brought your, because you're quite different. What we like about with Disorder is the fact that you're really, really different to like a lot of what's out there, the pop mainstream. What's been your influence on making you different, and why do you think you stand out?
I think the standout just comes from me really taking my own approach when looking at different styles of music and different genres, and not feeling like I need to create it in the same vein as someone else, just try and create it in my own vein, which that's what shapes my own sound. But I feel you're always influenced by so many different things. There's so many different artists making great music. Like you could go down to from Kanye to the Carpenters to Morrissey.
So
do you know what I mean?
There's
different ranges and there's different people that hit me at different times that I need.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so as you can see, Disorder, he's doing his sound check, he's ready.
It's happening.
It's happening, his tour.
We're not lying here.
So it collects a lot of different like mixes of what your sort of music.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Because what genre would you say you are? Because people would say indie, but I think you're just loads of different.
I call it grey.
Grey?
Yeah, I say it's looking at, basically that means to me is looking at any style of any genre but through a grey perspective, which is a Manchester or a northern perspective. So Grey, there's quite a few of us in Manchester that we've all decided that instead of people sometimes tagging us with an indie or tagging us with a hip hop, how about we just
pigeonholing you instead of pigeonholing?
Because pigeonholing, I think the word like if all the genres were all bundled up together, and we just weren't bothered about them anymore. It's more about what's the feel-good section. Like we're trying to hit that emotive side. So if someone feels it and they're involved in the music, then they're liking great music. They're not involved in. They don't need to like particularly say. Because if I said to you what's hip hop or indie, what you say to me might be completely different to what I think it is. So it's too vast.
I really do respect that. The fact that you have like, you're just about the music, the emotion, and getting your lyrics out there with what you say, and you don't want to be pigeonholed into like a certain genre. And the fact that you have your own record label as well.
Yeah, 100%.
That's really good. That you don't, because I feel like with a lot of artists out there now, when they have their record label, they have to
channel it.
Yeah.
But I think there's no part of me doesn't think like I enjoy pop music. I think there's some great pop artists out there making great music. Do you know, I think who's making some good stuff that I quite like recently? What's his name? I think Quabs.
Quabs, yeah. He's just done a little bit for Disorder.
Who else is new? Who's coming up pretty hot? Can't think of off my top of my head. But nothing's really been like sticking out. Like I don't mind One Direction.
You don't?
Like
I think
One Direction are harder than most. Like
say that to the camera. Sorry.
One Direction.
Disorder team. Andy,
One Direction when they had Zayn though.
When they had Zayn.
When they had
please come back.
Zayn come back, innit? But I think listen, they lived a more of a rock star lifestyle than most people who claim to be doing.
Do you live a rock star?
I just live.
End of the summer.
End of the summer.
Joined by Bipolar Sunshine, resident of Disorder Television.
Yes.
One of our greatest. Thank you so much for this interview.
Nice
to see you.